up, Voodoo Tribe? It's your girl Naja here, and I am back with another video. This video, you know, I'm gonna just be so fucking blunt with you guys. I am just riding the motherfucking wave right now. I am riding the wave, okay? I am going to be doing the trend on YouTube right now of addressing the assumptions you guys may have about me. I asked you guys on Twitter as well as Instagram to submit some assumptions you may have had about me before you started watching me, or still some you may have till this day. Because I mean, I'm a firm believer in YouTubers. We put out what we want you guys to see. You guys don't see everything. So it's really interesting to me, like, what type of assumption you have about certain people based on what they allow you to see. So I'm just gonna get it started, you guys. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'm not gonna be posting any of the screenshots, or I don't know, maybe I will. I don't know, let me see how many. Oh my God, there are a lot. Yeah, look, these are all the responses. Like, I'm not about to post all of the screenshots of these. I'm going to try to answer all of them, but I'm not gonna post all those screenshots because that's just way too fucking much. I'm sorry. All right, let's get into it. So the first assumption is you wish you had a better relationship with your mom. Well, I'll give you that. I do talk about that a lot on my channel, that I wish my mom and I had, like, you know, the little fairy tale mother-daughter BFF type relationship. But I mean, I'm pretty satisfied in how our relationship is now because it used to be so piss poor back in the day. So I'm satisfied now. Hannah Chris assumes that I don't talk to many people from high school. You assumed correctly. Lil Art Baby assumes that I am very introverted. I'm half and half. I'm more so introverted than I am extroverted though. Like, I'm more so of like I'm an extroverted personality, but as for like surroundings and environment, I definitely feel more comfortable in my own space. Like, I like inviting outside people into my space, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I guess in a sense you're right. Okay, Kim Kardashian _ says assumes that I miss smoking weed. I know I would. Hell. I don't miss smoking it the way I used to. If anything, I kind of miss the feeling of being stoned, but I don't miss smoking it, only because it's like you know how when you do stuff for a while, it doesn't really seem like a big deal, but then when you look back on it, it's kind of gross. Like, I just remember like think of it this way. You roll in a J, that's somebody else's saliva on that J, and then you pass it around, you got other people's saliva on the blunt. Like, I remember I used to smoke with people who used to be sick and used to be coughing and shit. Like, I don't miss smoking, but I do miss the sensation of being high. Like, I would most definitely be open to like trying edibles in the future or something, or maybe like a THC pen or something like that, but I don't know about smoking. Actor Jalen Actor Jalen assumed that I was evil and did voodoo. A lot of people assume that just because I named my channel The Voodoo Child, and that's my nickname, The Voodoo Child. People just assumed I did voodoo. I do not do voodoo. I don't practice any religion. I do believe in God. I'm a spiritual person, but I don't practice anything. So Alicia _ Steele 3 assumed that I am a little judgmental. I'm really not. I like to do shits and giggles and stuff like that, but I really can't judge, because who the fuck am I to judge? I'm just as fucked up as everybody else. Like, honestly, like, judgmental people are like my least favorite type of people. Sydney Gabriel assumed that I'm a homebody that likes to party, also low-key loves to sip tea, but not your own. I do like to sip tea. You're right, I don't really like sipping my own tea because I don't really like opening up to people like that. Like, I have trust issues with shit like that, so I'll give you that. But yeah, I'll give you that. Nisha Shell assumed that I am that bomb chill at home friend, not that you won't go out, but you take staying in up a notch for those who join. I don't know what you're saying. You said not that you can't or won't go out, but you take staying in up a notch for those who join. Okay, so basically you're trying to say you think that I chill at home, but when I do have friends over, I'll be turning up. Yeah, that's very true. That's basically, I'm that house, bitch. I am that house. Like, come on over. I have an extra bedroom for you. Let's get fucked up. You don't gotta drive nowhere. Let's go. Maya Page assumed that I eat french fries with a fork. I don't. The only time I eat french fries with a fork, I used to eat bacon fries from Wendy's, and I used to eat that with a fork, but I don't really eat fries with a fork. Lady Morgan assumed that you wish you could have still been friends with at least one person from your past. That is true, but I just feel like I have changed, other people have changed, and the main people that I would even consider even being cordial with have a bigger pride and ego than I do, which is pretty fucking big. So I don't think it would ever work, but I've just always been very open and nice about certain things, but I do have boundaries with stuff like that. But yeah, I will admit, I do wish that, you know, I didn't fall out with some people in my past, but some things happen for a reason. You get what I'm saying? And you can't really dwell on stuff like that. Just_Carrie assumed when you have manic episodes, you throw things. Yeah, that's true. But I've said that before. R4ish3 assumed I had an emo phase when I was a preteen, and my favorite band was probably MCR, My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance wasn't my favorite band, but yeah, I did go through that scene. That phase. Yes I did. Unfortunately, we don't talk about it. Stormy X assumed that I was one of the mean girls in high school. No, I was not. I was not a mean girl. I was very friendly to everybody. Yonder X Budo assumed that I was a Scorpio when they first saw me. No, I'm not a Scorpio. Sorry, I'm just not. I don't know what to tell you. Renea Exo assumed that when she first saw a video, she assumed that I was bisexual. Well, hey, I'm bisexual, so. Who_is_Michael assumed that I was the coolest bitch on this fucking planet. Calm down, you did not assume that. Like, Kaylee Zimmerman assumes that I wear sweatpants 90% of the time. You are so right, girl. What's up? What's up? Like, either sweatpants, leggings, or shorts, pretty much. Like, because I'm at home the majority of the time, so yeah. Jabri assumed that I might be intimidating to some people when they meet me at first. I feel like I do give off resting bitch face, and then when people do meet me, like, it's usually the main line in a friendship I have with people is like, when I first met you, I thought you were gonna be a bitch. And I'm just like, bitch. Arian.girl assumed that I secretly love playing GTA. Yeah, I try, but like, okay, this is how I play GTA. This is so stupid. This is how I play GTA. So I do the cheat, or I have my boyfriend do the cheat to get me the helicopter, and then I'll get the helicopter and I'll go on the highest building, and then I'll get a sniper, and I'll just like snipe people and people in cars below until the cops come, and then the helicopters come, and then I can just be on 5 stars and just like battle it out, and then I get anxiety and I end up dying. Like, that is like my routine on GTA every time I play it. Peach.Steven assumes that I still smoke weed. I do not smoke weed. I'm not going to lie to you guys, like, I'm really not. I have tried it recently, and by recently I mean like in 2018, and I really didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I think it's because I wasn't with somebody who I could have a good experience with. Like, I really wish that I was with my friend Kiera when I did that, because I was with somebody else and it just wasn't a great experience. Like, I literally felt dirty, and I just went in my house and I took a shower, and I was watching a movie, and it was like a violent movie, and I was freaking out. I was having like an anxiety attack. Like, it just wasn't a good environment for me to be doing that. So yeah, I regret it. I regret it. Z.Oster assumes that she assumed that I hate Pisces. I do not hate Pisces at all. I don't hate any zodiac sign. There are some signs where I've never really had a connection with, but I've always had connections with Pisces. Esmo.Sadboy assumes that I can get along with anybody. That is not true. That is completely not true. A lot of people, the main reason why some people won't like me is because, like, I am pretty confrontational. I don't like passive aggression. I like to know what is going on at all times. I will completely admit I'm somewhat of a control freak. Like, I need to know. I'm very blunt. I just need to know certain things. I hate when people, like, you know, do subliminals, or like, you know, do subtweets, or like, you know, passive aggression. I just really don't like passive aggression. Like, so I feel like that part of me is why a lot of people wouldn't like me or wouldn't get along with me. And also because I am very like, even though I am a homebody, when I am outside of the house, I am very whimsical. Like, I love exploring, I love doing new things, I love meeting new people, and like, I can see how that can kind of get to somebody as well, because it's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of different reasons why me and different people haven't gotten along. But the main reason why is because I'm a sensitive person, but you know, I also think with logic, and like, I don't like passive aggression. It's hard for me to think with logic when you're giving me mixed signals, and I could see how, like, you know, people could think I'm coming off a little bit too harsh or stuff like that sometimes. Jada Dural assumes that I beat a girl's ass. I don't really fight like that, bro. I have in my past, but I don't really fight like that. I have beat a girl's ass, a girl has beat my ass. Like, it's not even that important. Like, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes you fight, sometimes you argue, sometimes you just don't talk to people. That natural OG queen assumes that I have tiny feet. I don't know, I think I have average feet. I have a size 7.5 in US women's, so I think I have average feet. Brielle, okay, BR.L assumes that I was gonna have a baby by 2020. No ma'am, no ma'am. Maybe like 2022, 2023, but not any time right now, okay? No thank you. Juju underscore sage underscore obsidian assumes that I am not very affectionate or sexual. Oh my God, okay, so look, I love affection and I'm a very sexual person, but I'm just very private when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I'm not very, you know, in your face about my sexuality or like, you know, my affection. It's mainly like on the internet though. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for me to put it on the internet, but like with my boyfriend, like if we're going out, yeah, I love PDA. I love being affectionate with him. Like, I love that type of stuff, but you guys also have to think, like how I said at the beginning of the video, it's like I only let you guys see certain parts I want you to see, and I just don't think like it's necessary for like me and Daniel to be all sexual and shit on the internet. Like, we might as well just open up a Pornhub account. I don't know. But no, we are both very sexual people. We're both very affectionate. He's more affectionate than I am though, but we're both very affectionate. Kayla.Christina assumes that I am very nice, but I don't give a fuck. I am very nice and I don't give a fuck about some things, but I give a lot of fucks about people I care about. Angela Mendoza assumes that I give inanimate objects names, like my plants, and that I talk to myself a lot. You are correct. Juliana underscore Choriza assumes that I am a hippie. I don't know if I would say I'm a hippie. I mean, I don't really travel that much like I used to. I don't know. I mean, shit. Some things have changed in my life. I'm very sporadic with certain things. I'll get to it later. I mentioned it a little bit in my wisdom teeth video, but things are changing in my life right now. I just pulled a real hippie move, but I don't consider myself a hippie. Peach underscore Sess, my homegirl, says maybe I was an outcast in high school. I wasn't an outcast in high school. If anything, I was more so like, I had select friends from each different friend groups in high school, and like whenever people wanted to hang out with me in high school, I always pushed them away for friends I had outside of high school, because in my dumb high school brain, I thought that the people outside of high school were cooler than the people in high school just because they had cars and did drugs and went to raves and went to parties and shit. I thought they were cooler, and I just had like this weird teenage superiority complex in high school. Like, I just thought I was the shit for no reason. Like, I wasn't a mean girl, don't get it fucked up. I was not a mean girl. I was very nice. I talked to everybody, but like, I just didn't care to hang out with them any further than school. But I wasn't an outcast. I always had friends. I never sat by myself at lunch. Like, I just preferred to hang out with people outside of high school. Angela Mendoza again assumes that I could be really mean when I'm pissed off. That is true, but over the time as I've matured, I've learned to not say things that I cannot take back to people, because that is something that I really had a problem with when I was younger, is I would hit people where that shit hurt, just because I knew it would hurt their feelings. And now, like, I realize, like, if you say shit like that, you cannot take it back, because I realize I'm the type of person where if somebody says something to me, I'm not going to let you take it back. I'm going to remember you said it. So it's not fair for me to do that to others, and I can't hold myself accountable the same way. So I always make sure that even when I am mad and I do say things, I make sure I'm checking myself, like, bitch, don't go somewhere you can't come back from. Like, don't do it. C_J_ assumes that I've experienced a great deal of pain in life. Yeah, but who hasn't, you know? Uglyboyo666 assumed that I let people know how I feel very bluntly. That is true. E. Maroney assumes that I have always been independent as fuck. That is also very true. I've always been very independent. Beauty.by.jade assumes that I'm the most accepting person ever. I really am. And like, at first I thought that was a bad trait, but I'm just like, bruh, like, no, fuck it. That's just who I am. I accept people for who they are. It just is what it is. Okay, now I'm moving on to Twitter. On Twitter, this is Twitter now, _ortho assumes, aka Bellface, she said, I actually thought you'd be vegetarian when I first found your channel. Not that it made any particular difference. I don't even know why I thought that either. LMAO, is there like a vegetarian aesthetic? I don't know, sis. I'm not a vegetarian though. I love me some chicken. I don't know. It's not me though. So, Sin Dolce Llama assumed that I was a low energy person that gets annoyed at people with lots of energy. I will admit, sometimes I'm low energy, sometimes I'm high energy, but like, I will admit, sometimes Daniel will be on like 100 and I'll get aggravated. But when I'm on 100 and he's on 100, we could just be on 100,000 together and that shit's just kumbaya and it's great. But I will admit, there will be some times where I am very like, you know, mellow. I've just combined mellow and chill, what the fuck. Chill and mellow, and then he comes off on 100 and I just get real agitated, so I'll give you that. Naya B2000 assumes that I feel soft. Maybe. Evie Lucian 94 assumed that I wanted or want to still learn Japanese at one point. I just wanted to learn a different language in general. I knew Japanese was hard when I was younger and I just knew it wasn't for me. So, nah, but I admire their culture and I think the language is beautiful, but it just wasn't for me. A ghetto Disney princess assumed that I was in my late 20s. A lot of people assumed I was in my late 20s. A lot of people assumed that I had a son for some reason. I kept having people being like, where is your son? And I'm like, I don't have a child. Like, what is going on? A1 Anise assumes that me and Daniel were already married. No, we are not married. We're not engaged. We don't have any babies. We just have a puppy together. Literally underscore the butterfly assumed that all of my stories were going to be like other YouTubers, but they made her fall out of her seat many times and she learned a lot. Well, I appreciate that. Sack like Denise assumed that I was mad spiritual and on some hippie type shit. Damn, y'all must really think I'm a hippie. I mean, I used to think I was a little hippie when I was younger and stuff, but like I just realized like I don't know, I just live a very chill ass lifestyle. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know, I'm not a hippie. I am a very spiritual person though. I am very spiritual, but I just don't consider myself a hippie. Daily TBH assumed that I watch and read anime. You assumed correctly. Even though if you read anime, it's like manga, but yeah, you assumed correctly. Rotten underscore Boyo assumed that I barely graduated high school. No, I actually had really good grades. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, that's the only way I could really get away from clubbing and underage drinking and drugging and shit, because I had some good ass fucking grades, okay? And last but not least, Tire 24/7 assumed that I was going to be a stuck-up bitch. And you know what? She fucks with me now, so it's okay. That's usually how it goes. Like, when you love somebody, you always think they're gonna be a bitch at first, and then they end up being that bitch, and you're a bitch, and you're bestie. So let me know, guys, if I read any of your assumptions on this video. Let me know if I cleared anything up for you guys. I've been a little bit open and admitting some things with this, only because, like, fuck it. Just fuck it. Like, fuck it. Fuck it. Alright, guys, that's pretty much it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.